The following segment is sponsored by Daniel A. White and Associates. It does not necessarily reflect the views of WDEL or Forever Media. Rick Jensen on 1150 AM, 1017 FM, WDEL.
I've been a client of Dan White for many, many years, financial planner specializing in retirement income. On the phone right now is Dan Simon, one of the associates of Dan White and Associates, in the Middletown office. And a tip of the day, actually a tip of the week, every Wednesday right after the news at 1:30. Hi, Dan. Nice to hear from you, buddy.
Rick, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for caring. You know, COVID's kind of ripped through here, and but thankfully it's very, very mild. And I was only sick for about a day or so, maybe day and a half. How are you guys doing over there?
We're doing good. I fought something for a couple of weeks. I don't know, it wasn't COVID, but it's just allergies or something going around. But yeah, it seems like the bugs are back in the air, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I got a friend who is back at his office today, and we were talking, and he said, "Yeah, I went home and tested. I had something I thought was COVID. Maybe it turns out it was allergies." So you just don't know. And what about this?
Yeah, exactly.
What about this summer, man? I mean, you know, I've been following so much of the inflation news, inflation reports, not just the gas prices, but the gas prices and the diesel prices affect everything else. It's like this, this circle of doom, and it's the non-ending increase of prices over prices over prices. So I'm looking at maybe people are going to stop going on vacation, but no, AAA says people are still going to be going on vacation. What are you learning, and what advice might you have for us on that?
Yeah, you know, with the travel season, you know, kind of upon us, and I would say starting this weekend with the Memorial Day holiday, I think people still are going to travel. I mean, people, you know, over the last couple of years haven't been able to do what they want to do, so they want to get out, they want to, you know, kind of do their thing. But inflation's an issue. I mean, it's an issue for everybody, all walks of life these days. And yeah, I just want to talk about some things that, you know, we talk about with people as to, you know, kind of setting expectations and some things that, you know, you should take into consideration when planning summer travel and vacations. One's to, you know, set the financial expectations. I know so many people that go away together with, you know, groups of people. And one thing I think that, you know, should certainly be pointed out is, you know, make sure the whole group knows. Set a budget, be aware of others' financial limits, and, you know, don't be shy about sharing it so that, you know, nobody's in an awkward position when they're, you know, out and about trying to have a good time.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, you kids, you're going to share that ice cream cone. One
exactly.
One cone a day. Yeah, one cone a day. You're going to share it. Yeah. If you run out of sunscreen, okay. Jimmy, let your sister put on the sunscreen, and you stand in her shadow. There. That's how we're going to save money.
You know, you mentioned, you know, cost of fuel and diesel and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it all translated runs downhill, and, you know, it you know, follows through. You going out to eat at a restaurant. I mean, I've noticed things have gotten more expensive in regards to restaurants right in front of our eyes because, you know, the cost of food's going up.
Oh, yeah. And not only that, Dan, but I was talking to some restaurant owners over the last few weeks, and they said sometimes, you know, like your Go tin, you get like a little aluminum Go thing, you know, with a little cardboard on top. Sometimes they can't get them, and other times they're incredibly expensive. They've really raised the prices on them.
Yeah, so they just keep you there longer at the restaurant. You can't take your food with you.
It's good. Yeah, or be like that crazy guy, just put it in your pockets, you know, like Cramer on Seinfeld. Yeah.
God, I missed that show. The other thing is being flexible. You know, as opposed to, you know, going away on the holiday weekend, you know, holiday weeks or weekends, you know, try to look towards, you know, maybe a midweek vacation, something along those lines when, you know, it might be a little bit cheaper to travel. You also recommend, you know, keeping an eye on the credit card use. You know, when people are away and on vacation, I remember this from years ago, working down in the Jersey Shore, and it's like, you know, people are on vacation. I was delivering pizzas down there, and it was like, you know, here you go, kid. But, you know, with credit cards, you know, if you're just putting it on a card, sometimes it's unnecessary spending, and, you know, you end up spending too much. So, you know, maybe use a cash budget. You know, have a little bit more control over things, and also helps you avoid the identity theft issue these days.
You know, that's a really good idea. Say, okay, here's how much we're going to actually what I guess you make a budget. We're going to actually budget.
We're going to budget, yeah.
How much we're going to spend each day.
Exactly.
Man, it's,
the
thing is, it sucks because this is so avoidable. Anyway, yes.
we could go off on that one for a while.
I know, right? And I do. 4 hours a day, just about, yeah. So
I know you do.
yeah, be open with your finances. Be flexible with travel. Go on days that are cheaper, things like that. Watch out for that credit card. Got those. I'm writing these down, actually.
Yeah, and the last thing, and nobody wants to do this, especially when it's as nice as it is out today. It's consider postponing. If inflation's putting you in a financial position right now where vacation may not be a viable option, or financially in your best interest, consider saving up for maybe a bigger vacation or something a little bit cheaper down the road. That way you can enjoy it as opposed to going a route that you don't want to go this year.
Yeah, I got a bunch of pictures, murals up there in the living room. Hey, honey, here's pictures of the beach and everything. Have yourself a glass of wine. Didn't seem to work so well.
Yeah, you bring a little sand in the house and leave it on the floor.
Yeah, right.
Just like it.
That'll make us popular. Love that. Good stuff. Dan Simon. Sunday on the Money Show with Dan White, Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. The timing of market loss risk is far greater today. The timing of market loss risk is greater today. Yeah, when you're watching, for example, Cramer on the CNBC, and he says, here's some great weapons stocks to invest in. I'm thinking the country's got a problem. If that's the only thing he could find that actually is worth investing in. Well, you take a look at a number of these services online. For example, FinViz, FINVIZ. It's visualization of financial sectors in the stock market. And the thing's all red. It just uses red and green and yellow, different colors, just to give it an indication of what's happening in different sectors. Man, it's been like that for months now, and I'm thinking, I'm really glad I listened to Dan. He was not really advising me to get out of the markets, but he was saying be cautious and giving a lot of reasons why maybe you should. By January 1 of this year, instead of being 80% in the market, and as you know, I take all my 401k rollovers into self-directed IRAs, and I invest in individual companies, whereas my 401k plan has a mutual fund. And I've usually been like 80% in the market with individual companies. And as of January 1, 20%. I've never done that except for maybe 2007, 2008, right around in there. It's been that long since I ever did that. And I'm just so glad I did. I'm glad I listened to Dan.
It suited you well. And, we talk about it all the time, but it's sequence of return risk, and it's not a huge issue when people are in the accumulation phase. But, look, folks like yourself, Rick, you're getting closer to the retirement age.
Go ahead and say it, Dan. I'm older than some.
Fine. I'm a straight shooter, you know it.
Go ahead, Jensen.
As you get closer towards that preservation phase, that's when the sequence of return risk really creeps in. I was talking with Dan White earlier in the week, and he pointed something out to me. He said, Dan, I just read that this is the first time since 1927 that the Dow has been down for 8 consecutive weeks.
Damn.
And I said, wow, since 1927.
8
we all know what happened back then. A little bit scary. A little bit scary at this point.
It really is, and very cautious. And I like to look at the markets. I like to study different companies. And right now I have zero confidence the Fed's going to be raising interest rates again and again and again. I mean, I even look at real estate, and there's a lot of insecurity in that sector as well. A lot of insecurity in that sector. So glad that you guys have a lot of different options for people. They're guaranteed not to lose their money. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. We appreciate you having us on, Rick.
All right, buddy. Dan Simon, Middletown office. You're also there in Glen Mills and just over the border in PA. Dan White and Associates. Give them a call, 888-690-8820. Won't charge you anything. Take a look at your portfolio and your goals, your plans for life, 888-690-8820. Be well, buddy. Take care.
You too. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, Rick.